Have you ever checked your blood sugar and felt that sinking feeling in your stomach when the numbers are higher than they should be, even though you've been so careful with your food? You've taken your medication exactly as prescribed, and you're doing everything your doctor told you to do. You're sitting there confused, maybe even a little scared, wondering what you're doing wrong. Here's something that might shock you. The problem might not be what you're eating at all. It might be how you're drinking water. And I know that sounds almost too simple to be true, but stay with me here because what I'm about to share with you has helped thousands of seniors bring their blood sugar levels down naturally, and it starts with understanding something your doctor probably never explained to you about how your body actually works after the age of 50. Before we go any deeper, do me a favor, hit that like button right now and drop a comment below telling me your age and where you're watching from. I want to know how many of us are in this together, fighting to take control of our blood sugar and our health. This simple action actually helps this video reach other seniors who desperately need this information. So you're not just helping yourself, you're helping someone's grandmother, someone's father, someone who's struggling just like you might be struggling. Now let me tell you about something that happens inside your body every single day that you probably don't even realize. When you're dehydrated, even just a little bit, something dangerous starts happening with your blood sugar. Think of your blood like a river. When there's plenty of water flowing through that river, everything moves smoothly. The sugar in your blood flows to your cells where it needs to go. Your kidneys can filter properly. Your insulin can do its job efficiently. But when that river starts to dry up, when you don't have enough water in your system, that same amount of sugar gets concentrated in less and less liquid. It's like making orange juice from concentrate. The less water you add, the stronger and more concentrated it becomes. The exact same thing happens with the glucose in your blood. Medical research has shown that even mild dehydration can raise your blood sugar levels by 50 to 110 milligrams per deciliter. That's not a small change. That's the difference between having your blood sugar under control and seeing those scary high numbers on your meter that make you panic. But here's what makes this even more critical for those of us over 50. As we age, something happens to our bodies that most people don't understand. Our thirst signals start to fade. You know that feeling you used to get when you were younger, that clear signal your body sent you that said, "I need water now"? That signal gets weaker and weaker as the years go by. Scientists have found that older adults are 20 to 30% more likely to become dehydrated than younger people, not because we're drinking less on purpose, but because our bodies literally stop telling us we're thirsty until it's almost too late. By the time you feel thirsty at 60 or 70 years old, you're already significantly dehydrated. Your blood sugar has already started climbing. The damage is already being done. And this connects to something else that happens with diabetes. High blood sugar actually makes dehydration worse. It creates this vicious cycle that traps so many seniors. When your blood sugar is high, your kidneys try to flush out that extra glucose through your urine. But to do that, they need water. So your body pulls water from your tissues, making you urinate more frequently, which dehydrates you even more, which concentrates your blood sugar even higher, which makes your kidneys work even harder, which dehydrates you even more. Round and round it goes, getting worse every day, and most people have no idea this is even happening to them. Coming in at number 5, let me tell you about one of the biggest mistakes I see seniors making every single day. They wait until they feel thirsty to drink water. I just explained why this is such a problem, but let me make it even clearer. One woman shared with me that she would go hours and hours without drinking anything because she simply didn't feel thirsty. She'd have her coffee in the morning, nothing until lunch, maybe a glass of water with dinner, and that was it. Her blood sugar numbers were all over the place. Some days 140, some days 180, some days over 200. She couldn't figure out what was wrong. She blamed herself. She thought she was failing at managing her diabetes, but within just 2 weeks of drinking water on a schedule, instead of waiting for thirst, her morning blood sugar dropped from an average of 160 down to 120. 2 weeks, all she changed was when and how she drank water. Here's the fix, and I want you to write this down because this is going to change everything for you. Drink 1 glass of water, that's 8 ounces, first thing when you wake up in the morning. Not coffee, not tea, plain water. Your body has been without fluids for 7 or 8 hours while you slept. You're already dehydrated when you wake up, which is part of why many seniors see their highest blood sugar readings in the morning. That first glass of water starts rehydrating you immediately. Then drink another glass 30 minutes before each meal. This does 2 powerful things. First, it helps lower your blood sugar before you eat, giving you a better starting point. Second, it helps you feel fuller, so you naturally eat less, which also helps control your blood sugar. Then drink a glass of water mid-morning, mid-afternoon and early evening. That's 6 to 7 glasses spread throughout the day, taken at specific times, not waiting for your body to tell you it needs water. But as helpful as this timing strategy is, the next mistake is even more important, and this might shock you. Number 4. Drinking large amounts of water all at once instead of spacing it out. So many seniors tell me they drink plenty of water. They'll have a big bottle, maybe 32 ounces, and they'll drink the whole thing in one sitting, thinking they're doing great for their hydration. Then they go hours without drinking anything else. But here's what your body actually does with all that water when you drink too much too fast. It can't absorb it all. A significant portion just passes right through your kidneys and into your bladder without ever actually hydrating your cells. You're literally running to the bathroom every 30 minutes, which is frustrating. And meanwhile, your blood sugar is still not getting the benefits of proper hydration because your cells never got the water they needed. Think of your body like a sponge. If you pour water slowly onto a sponge, it absorbs everything. But if you dump a whole bucket of water on that sponge all at once, most of it just runs off onto the floor. Your body works the same way. It needs water delivered in smaller amounts throughout the day so your cells can actually use it. One man told me he was drinking over a gallon of water every day, but doing it in just 3 or 4 big sessions. His blood sugar stayed high. He was frustrated. He was trying so hard. But once he switched to drinking half a glass every hour or so, smaller amounts more frequently, his blood sugar started dropping. Within a month, his A1C went from 8.2 down to 7.1. Same total amount of water, completely different results, just by changing when and how much he drank at one time. Here's what to do instead. Keep a bottle with you and take just a few sips every 20 to 30 minutes throughout your waking hours. Not big gulps, not a whole glass, just sips, 3 or 4 ounces at a time. This keeps your hydration level steady all day long, gives your cells what they need continuously, and helps keep your blood sugar stable instead of letting it spike and crash. Your kidneys thank you too, because they're not being overwhelmed with too much water at once and can actually do their job of filtering your blood properly. Now we're at number 3, and this is where things get really interesting because most people don't realize that timing your water intake around meals makes an absolutely massive difference. Number 3, drinking too much water with your meals or immediately after eating. This feels wrong at first because we've all been taught to drink water with food. But here's what research is now showing us. When you drink a lot of water while you're eating or right after you finish eating, you're actually diluting your digestive enzymes and your stomach acid. This slows down digestion, which means the carbohydrates in your food break down and enter your bloodstream more slowly, but over a longer period of time. For some people, this creates a more prolonged blood sugar elevation instead of the normal rise and fall. Your blood sugar might not spike as high, but it stays elevated for hours longer than it should. There's another issue too. Drinking a lot during meals can make you feel too full too quickly, so you might not finish your protein or vegetables, but you already ate all your carbohydrates. This throws off the balance of your meal, giving you more sugar impact and less of the nutrients that help control blood sugar. One woman shared that she would drink 2 full glasses of water with every meal, thinking this was healthy, but she noticed she'd feel bloated and uncomfortable, couldn't finish her food, and her blood sugar would be elevated for 3 or 4 hours after eating. Once she switched to just having a few small sips with her meal and moving her main water drinking to 30 minutes before eating and then waiting an hour after eating, everything changed. She felt better. She could finish her balanced meals. and her post-meal blood sugar readings dropped by an average of 20 to 30 points. Here's the strategy that works. Drink a full glass of water 30 minutes before each meal. This prehydrates you and starts filling your stomach slightly, so you'll eat less. Then during your meal, just have small sips as needed to help swallow food, but don't drink full glasses. After you finish eating, wait at least 1 hour before drinking more water. This gives your digestion time to work properly. Then about an hour after eating, drink another glass of water. This helps your kidneys filter your blood more effectively as your blood sugar naturally rises from the meal. This pattern before meals and after meals, but not during, makes such a dramatic difference for blood sugar management that many seniors see their numbers improve within just days of making this single change. But as powerful as this timing strategy is, the next one does something even more important to your insulin sensitivity, and this might be the most overlooked factor of all. Number 2, drinking ice-cold water or very hot water instead of room temperature or slightly cool water. I know what you're thinking. How could the temperature of water possibly matter for blood sugar? But stay with me, because the science on this is fascinating. When you drink ice-cold water, your body has to work to warm it up to body temperature before it can use it. This process actually requires energy and can temporarily stress your system. For seniors with diabetes, this small stress can affect how efficiently insulin works. Some research suggests that very cold water can temporarily decrease insulin sensitivity, meaning your body's cells don't respond to insulin quite as well for a period of time after drinking it. On the flip side, very hot water can be problematic too, because it can affect how quickly your stomach empties, which changes how fast nutrients and sugars enter your bloodstream. Room temperature or slightly cool water, what scientists call thermoneutral temperature, is absorbed most efficiently by your body. It doesn't require extra energy to process. It moves through your digestive system at the optimal rate. It gets into your cells faster and more completely. One senior told me she always drank ice water all day long because she liked how refreshing it felt. Her blood sugar would fluctuate wildly, sometimes low, sometimes high, never stable. When she switched to room temperature water, within 2 weeks her blood sugar readings became noticeably more consistent. She couldn't believe something so simple could make that much difference. Here's what this means for you. Keep a water bottle at room temperature within reach all day. If you prefer it slightly cool, that's fine, but avoid ice cold. If you store water in the refrigerator, take it out 20 to 30 minutes before drinking to let it warm up slightly. If you're drinking water from the tap, let it run for a moment and test the temperature with your finger. You want it to feel neutral, not cold, not warm. This small adjustment helps your body absorb water more efficiently, keeps your digestion working smoothly, and allows your insulin to function at its best. And now we've arrived at the big one. This is the foundation that everything else builds on. This is the mistake that if you fix this one thing alone, can transform your blood sugar numbers even if you don't change anything else. Number 1, not understanding that dehydration itself is a direct cause of high blood sugar and treating water like something optional instead of medicine. This is it. This is the breakthrough understanding that changes everything. Most people think of water as just something you drink when you're thirsty. But for anyone over 50, especially anyone dealing with blood sugar issues or diabetes, water is not optional. Water is not just a drink, water is medicine. It's one of the most powerful blood sugar control tools you have, and it costs nothing. Here's what's actually happening when you're properly hydrated. Your blood volume stays healthy, which means your blood sugar isn't artificially concentrated. Your kidneys can filter out excess glucose efficiently instead of struggling to do their job with too little fluid. Your cells become more sensitive to insulin because they're properly hydrated and functioning optimally. Your liver can regulate glucose production more effectively. Your digestive system works better, which means more stable blood sugar after meals. All of this happens automatically when you're well hydrated. But when you're even slightly dehydrated, all of these systems start breaking down. Your blood sugar goes up, not because you ate too much, not because your medication isn't working, but simply because you don't have enough water in your body. Medical research has found that people who are chronically slightly dehydrated have significantly higher rates of developing type 2 diabetes compared to people who maintain good hydration. We're talking about a measurable, documented connection between how much water you drink and your diabetes risk. One study showed that seniors who drank less than 2 glasses of water per day had a dramatically higher risk of elevated blood sugar compared to those who drank 6 or more glasses daily. And we're not talking about people who are obviously dehydrated, so thirsty they can't function. We're talking about the low-level chronic underhydration that most seniors live with every single day without even realizing it. Think about someone dealing with high blood pressure. They take their medication every single day at the same time because they understand it's critical. They don't wait until their head hurts or until they feel bad. They take it on schedule because that's how it works. Water needs to be treated the same way when you're managing blood sugar. It's not something you do when you remember or when you feel thirsty. It's something you do on a schedule, multiple times per day, as a foundational part of your diabetes management. One woman described her transformation this way. She said for years she struggled with blood sugar in the 180s and 190s, despite taking metformin and watching her diet carefully. She felt like a failure. Then her daughter, who's a nurse, told her to start drinking 8 glasses of water per day on a schedule. She was skeptical. How could water do anything her medication wasn't doing? But she tried it. Within 1 week, her fasting blood sugar dropped from 190 down to 155. Within 4 weeks, it was consistently in the 120s. Within 3 months, her A1C went from 8.6 down to 6.8. Her doctor was stunned. She hadn't changed her medication. She hadn't changed her diet. She added water on a schedule. That was it. Here's the complete water protocol that brings this all together. Start your day with 8 ounces of room temperature water within 15 minutes of waking up. This immediately begins rehydrating you after the overnight fast. 30 minutes before breakfast, drink another 8 ounces. Have just small sips with your meal. 1 hour after breakfast, drink another 8 ounces. Mid-morning around 10 or 10:30, another 6 to 8 ounces. 30 minutes before lunch, 8 ounces. Small sips with lunch. 1 hour after lunch, 8 ounces. Mid-afternoon around 3 or 3:30, another 6 to 8 ounces. 30 minutes before dinner, 8 ounces. Small sips with dinner. 1 hour after dinner, 8 ounces. That's your daily schedule. This gives you around 60 to 70 ounces of water spread across your entire day, timed specifically to support blood sugar control, digestion, kidney function, and cellular hydration. I know what some of you are thinking. That's a lot of water. I'm going to be running to the bathroom constantly. Here's the truth. For the first week, yes, you probably will urinate more frequently because your body isn't used to being properly hydrated. Your kidneys are flushing out excess water because they don't trust that more is coming. But after about a week, your body adjusts. Your cells start absorbing more of that water. Your kidneys start working more efficiently, and you'll actually urinate less often than you did when you were dehydrated, because when you're dehydrated, your body holds on to water in all the wrong places, making you feel bloated, and your kidneys work inefficiently. When you're properly hydrated, everything works better and you feel better. Some of you might be concerned about drinking too much water, especially if you have heart or kidney issues. This is important. If you have congestive heart failure, chronic kidney disease, or if your doctor has ever told you to limit fluids, you need to talk to your doctor before significantly increasing your water intake. Show them this strategy and ask them what amount is safe for you. For most seniors though, increasing water intake to this level is not just safe, it's necessary and beneficial. Let me tell you about the signs that your hydration is improving and your blood sugar is responding. Within the first few days, you'll notice your mouth doesn't feel as dry. Your lips aren't as chapped. That cotton mouth feeling starts disappearing. Within the first week, you'll probably see your fasting blood sugar numbers starting to come down. Even just 10 or 15 points lower is real progress. Within 2 to 3 weeks, you'll notice more energy. That afternoon slump that used to hit you might not be as severe or might disappear entirely. Your thinking becomes clearer. Within 4 to 6 weeks, you should see measurable improvements in your blood sugar patterns throughout the day. Less dramatic spikes after meals, more stable numbers overall, and when you get your next A1C test, likely in 3 months, you should see real improvement there too. But here's what I want you to understand more than anything else. This is not a quick fix that works for a week and then stops working. This is not a trick or a hack. This is addressing a fundamental physiological problem that most seniors don't even know they have. Chronic dehydration is stealing your health, raising your blood sugar, making your diabetes harder to control, and making you feel worse every single day. And the solution is so simple, so basic, that it almost seems too easy to be real. But I promise you, thousands of seniors have proven that this works. Not because water is magic, but because your body desperately needs water to function properly, and when you finally give it what it needs, your blood sugar naturally improves. So here's what I want you to do, starting tomorrow morning, not next week, not after you finish the gallon of milk in your refrigerator. Starting tomorrow, begin this water schedule. Set alarms on your phone if you need to. Put sticky notes on your refrigerator. Tell your spouse or your family member that you need help remembering. Do whatever it takes to stick with this for 1 full week. Just 7 days. Check your blood sugar every morning and write it down. I promise you, by day 7, you're going to see a difference. And once you see that difference, once you see those numbers starting to come down just from drinking water properly, you'll have the motivation to keep going. Remember, you deserve to feel good at every age. You deserve to have energy and clarity and hope for your future. Don't let anyone tell you that high blood sugar is just something you have to accept because you're getting older. It's not. Your body is amazing. Your body is designed to heal itself when you give it what it needs. And sometimes what it needs most is the simplest thing in the world. Clean water at the right times in the right amounts. That's it. If this video helped you, hit that like button right now so more seniors can find this information. Share this with someone you love who's struggling with blood sugar. And subscribe to this channel because we're going to keep bringing you information that actually works, strategies that are proven. Hope that's real. Drop a comment below and tell me which mistake you're going to fix first. Are you going to start drinking water first thing in the morning? Are you going to switch to room temperature water? Are you going to stop drinking during meals? Tell me your plan, because when you make your commitment public, you're so much more likely to follow through. Your best years are still ahead of you. Start giving your body the water it's begging for and watch what happens to your blood sugar. You've got this.